Good morning. Hey, everybody. It is early. It is early and early and early, and we are up and at it. Good morning and welcome to Office Hours. We're getting the day started right. I hope that you all are having a fantastic Friday or whenever you catch this replay. I am wanting to come and today talk about making friends. Okay, we're going to talk about that. And then as you come in, if you have questions, please feel free to ask any questions that you may have. I would love it. I would love it. Um, yes. All right. I'm pausing. Sorry. Okay. So making friends. The reason why I chose this topic is because I was a military child, which means that um, not every military child moves a lot. I didn't move a lot, but I was born in Germany, moved to Missouri, did elementary school in Missouri, and then after my fifth grade year, we moved to Germany. So I did middle school in Germany. And I shared on one of my reels that I was bullied, I was picked on. It was just looking back at it, it was little stuff, but I was sensitive to words. I wanted friends. I was friendly. I was outgoing. You couldn't tell how I kicked it at the neighborhood, what was really happening at school. Because at the neighborhood, I was running things, having fun, um, climbing trees, hanging out with the boys, riding my bike, all kinds of things. But at school, kids were mean. Kids were mean. I had protruding eyes. I had dark skin. I had big lips, a big nose. Um, so physical appearance. And then that's it. It wasn't even my personality, it's physical appearance. And now those are the things people are like, love. And I love how time changes things. So I say all that to say, when I moved to middle school, I had been used to not really trusting classmates or friends because they picked on me. So I I don't know how, but I started the art of making friends. I was new to the school. I lived in a neighborhood, and my bestie, Keela, shout out to Keela. Good morning. Keela lived in a building right above me. So we were both going to the sixth grade, and we became friends. And you may not ask this as a parent, but I know that a part of parents wanting their children to be successful is knowing that they have healthy relationships, they have good friendships, they know how to make friends or let friends go if they're not good for them. And so I wanted to spend this live talking a little bit. I'm so glad you're on, Aaliyah, because I know you'll interact with me if you're able to. Um, I would love to talk about the importance of making friends. So I pulled up, yes, while I do prepare my face for school or for the day, not school, the day. Healthy relationships. So when we talk about guaranteeing success, I know that that looks like guaranteeing, okay, does my child have healthy relationships? Are they making healthy relationships, building healthy relationships at school? That's most parents' desire. That's what a lot of parents want. They want to know that. So let's talk about friendships. Friendships create a sense of belonging. Yes, I'm so glad you said, okay, so I have a parent, an adult who's like, "Woo, making friends. I need this lesson." So that we'll get there because our kids learn from us in so many different areas. And so if we are making friends as adults, if we are leading by example, we're teaching them how to build healthy relationships. Like the relationships that exist in our life do teach our children, whether explicitly or non explicitly, they're learning from the relationships that we hold. That's important. We put a pin in that. But let me go ahead and literally pin that comment. That's what we're going to come back to. So, friendships create a sense of belonging. A sense of belonging is very important. Feeling like I am supposed to be here, I'm cared for here, I'm loved here. And that is so important at school. If you can imagine, right, your kids spend at least, at least 8 hours a day at school. That's 40 hours a week. Okay. At least. That's not even counting back to school activities or programs or anything else that might be going on. So that is a lot of time to create a sense of belonging. That is very, very, very important. I know they might feel like they belong when they are at church. I did. They might feel like they belong when they are at home. I did. But that 40 hours, yes, like a whole work week, that 40 hours is critical to your child feeling like I can show up. I feel accepted. I feel like I belong. I feel like I can be myself. I feel like I can grow. I can develop. I can make mistakes. So sense of belonging is so, so very important. I'm going to pull up something for you all. And feel free to talk back to me. If you're talking or speaking on Facebook, I'm going to be able to check and see what you're saying. So feel free to speak back. Friendships help children develop um, emotionally and morally. In interacting with friends, children learn many social skills such as how to communicate, cooperate, and solve problems. They also practice controlling their emotions and responding to the emotions of others. This is shout out. This is an article from K State. It's the importance of friendship for school age children. It is so vitally important. I can't stress it enough. So, in supplemental education, we focus on academics, social, and emotional success. Like you can have one without the others, but when you have all, that is the true success that many parents are looking for. So, are my child's grades good? Are they learning? Are they comprehending? Are they understanding new and past material? Check. Are they socially able to build and hold and maintain friendships? Check. And are they emotionally aware of what's going on with themselves, able to problem solve, able to accept and move through, self soothe, cope, whatever, use strategies for their own emotions? Check. Now, the beginning of the school year, y'all know, I feel like every 90s high school rom com or whatever has an element of it's the summer and we go back to school. And now Kelly doesn't like Beth, and Lisa is upset with Keisha. You know, friendships and dynamics change at the beginning of the year. And Craig done grown a beard, so now Craig looking like a snack. Sorry, y'all. This is what happens when they let me on the internet. It's like, oh, Craig used to pick on me, but Craig is cute, you know? So social dynamics at school are so important in preparing your child to know, I know you guys were friends last year, but if you haven't had contact during the summer, or even if you have, like allow your friends to grow and friendships to transition. And that brings me to adulthood. I thought motherhood was something. Adulthood is running neck and neck with motherhood, because adulthood we have to continue to practice some of these skills that I'm talking about, and one of them being building healthy relationships. So if you're in the chat, I want you to just drop in the chat. How do you go about building relationships or friendships? How do you go about building relationships and friendships? And I'll tell you how I do. Trying to log on so I can see Facebook comments as well. One thing I do is I be outside. I go outside of home, and I'm comfortable at home. So I go outside of my box. And that's one thing that you can challenge, encourage, or allow your children to do. They can go outside of their normal box or circle, right? So that might look like starting a new activity, introducing them to something new that they haven't tried before, allowing them to join the drama team or the dance team or the football team, even if they've never played, even if they have no experience, but they have an interest and a desire to work on that skill, allow them to try something new. You never know. You never know. They never know who they may meet, who they may engage with. Some of my very best friends in high school came from the cheerleading team. Could y'all see me as a cheerleader? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Came from a cheerleading team because, look, we didn't have a dance team. So what do you do when there is no dance team? You channel your inner Bring It On, Gabrielle Union, and you try out for the dance team. I mean, you try out for you try out for the cheerleading team. Sorry, I went all the way back. Did y'all see me? I probably closed my eyes for a few seconds too long. I was really like playing back a scene from Burr. It's cold in here. There must be some toros in the atmosphere. I said, it's cold in here. There must be some in the atmosphere. I said, oh we. Ice, ice, ice. Break it down. Oh we. Ice, ice. Y'all, dance does something for me. Thank you, Leah. I love to dance. So, as you can imagine, I brought all of this energy to the cheer squad. Now, I was cheering in Waynesville. That's my hometown, so I'm not making that face because of that. I'm just like, I was cheering in Waynesville. So Waynesville's cheerleading team became a dance squad by the time I was done. We was dancing to Sierra 1-2 Step. We was dropping it. Anyway, my point is some of my very best friends in high school, the ones that supported me emotionally, we went to prom together. We what else did we do? We were in talent shows together. They came to church with me. Like some of my very best friends came from that cheer squad, and a lot of other places where I didn't feel as connected to the people. I played basketball as well. I ran track. I mean, I was cool with folks, but my cheer squad girls was my girls. Those were the girls. Um, and it was because I went outside of my box, and my parents, allowed me to try it out, and I cheered for my last 2 years of high school. I also, okay, this is not about me, but I'm using this as an example. I also was a part of the, what do we call it? It wasn't the dance team in college, but it was a part of they had like a showcase and they had dancers. So I tried out for that, and I also was a part of that dance team in college. And then when I moved to Costa Rica, another way that I got outside of my box, now this is getting into adulthood, but you see, these things were planted as a child. My parents let me um, do Girl Scouts, and I was going to say piano lessons got me just, confident and outside the box. But Girl Scouts allowed me to meet different people and future business leaders of America in middle school. I took I took that very seriously. I took that very seriously. And it allowed me to really channel my leadership skills and how much I loved attending conference. Y'all, I look like a little CEO. I had my little pinstripe skirt, and this was in 6th grade. This was in middle school. Like I look like somebody's CEO. It all makes sense now. Those opportunities allowed me to feel, to be, to experience who I am, like the things that I love to do. Going out, meeting people, speaking, leading, winning awards. I won best dressed my first year. I was like, these little suits I got from the PX, I better had. But it was all fun. So I want you to look for opportunities where your child can get outside of the box. And that may require you, mama, daddy, parent, to get outside of the box as well, to do things, again, like we said last time, that they like to do, that they want to do, and show that you like them and that you're interested in what they're interested in. So that's one tidbit. The other thing is trying something. So I said trying something new, but also trying something again. So if your child didn't make a team or didn't make the play, or what are some other activities y'all can help me out at school? Um, didn't make the mathletes. Sorry, I'm thinking about Mean Girls, the mathletes, whatever math team, if they are even a struggling or challenged reader, there are reading clubs. If there are ways that your child can volunteer and support or take a just outside of the box, but you can do something that they have tried before that they could try again. So creating some consistency or being like, yeah, you love soccer. We're going to put you on the soccer team again. This is something we're going to run back. That is super duper important. One thing I also want to mention is building that confidence so that when children or adults treat or speak to your child differently than you do, there's an alarm, right? That goes off in their head like this is not right. I remember in high school, I got all these stories. Now, I was a talker, okay? I know you can't imagine it, but I talked a lot in school, especially if I was um not being challenged or a little bit confused. I was like, what's the point? Let's just talk. Let's talk about it. I didn't really need a reason to talk though. I mean, if I was present, I was talking. If I wasn't talking, I was probably sick. Yeah. I was probably sick, or maybe I was really interested in the class, or really, really um, had a high degree of respect for the teacher. And I was like, I'm not going to even. But other than that, I was talking. I was talking. I don't know what I had to talk about, but I talked a lot. And this is from probably from pre-K to college. No, I wasn't talking that much in college, in class. But my point is because I did a lot of talking in class, I um, had one teacher, Miss Lavasser. I need to find her. Um, I shouldn't have said her name because I'm about to say what I was talking a lot, and she told me to stop talking, but in a way that, most adults don't tell students to stop talking this way. And I told her, my mama and daddy don't even tell me, the words that she used. And then I told my parents, and I think they called the school, and it was a it was an interesting situation. But what I learned from that, because Miss Lavasser and I had conversations after that, was that she was trying to teach. And I needed to learn the material. And I was running my mouth. Um, I said all of that because a part of your children making and building healthy relationships is them understanding boundaries and knowing how to respond when they are not treated well. So it was a conversation that we had, and I think before or after class we had like a heart to heart, and I was like, this woman is human. She's actually hilarious. She's very funny, very intelligent. I need her help. She treats me well. This was one incident, and we moved on. And then we were like, in my mind, I don't know if she might have still had her feelings about me, but I really liked her, and I was like, I'm gonna stop talking in this lady's class. And so I was quiet enough to be learning in her class, which was the goal for the both of us. Um, hey, Luana. Okay, I see your comments on Facebook. I don't know if you're still there. And hi, Zena. Yes, I love that you're here. See your comments. I'm gonna keep shouting you all out as I go. So try something new. Do something again. Have your children do something again to build quality friendships and teach them through your interactions with them, and then explicit conversation. What is acceptable and unacceptable? Being healthy and unhealthy relationships, good and bad boundaries. Um, that comes from your example. And so Josiah sees me happy go lucky, talking to his teachers, talking to his classmates, their family. And my baby is social. Like, I thought I was social, but Josiah be trying to go home with people social. Like, he's so just excited, open, free. And I'm like, "Hey, son, get back over here." He's like, "What's your name? What you doing?" And so I know that even though, he's only 3, and I'm like, "Please come over here and stop talking to people." I know that that actually is a skill that will allow him to make friends, and I know that through his assertiveness, because Josiah don't play, he gonna let you know, okay? Tell you a story about that. I'm teaching him to set boundaries, to be able to build healthy relationships. All right, yep, Anastasia. These little ones, they understand. Like, also because I'm in a place where I understand boundaries and I understand. So it's being passed on. And so a lot of how your children may be building relationships could be reflective of the relationships that they see you engaged in or building. And so it's always parenting is so great because it's always an opportunity for me to look back at what is it that I'm doing? How am I teaching? Where are they getting this from? And for me to switch things up and just do something a little bit differently. All right. I'm going to take this question and then I'm going to hop off. I appreciate you all hopping on. We're going to run it back again because these office hours are flowing. What places do you suggest for toddlers to make friends other than the park and the library? Okay. Park is a great place. And I actually changed I with mom because I was like, a phone number on me like that. Like, but if we follow each other on IG, I can always be like, hey, we're headed to the park. Do you want to head? I know you said other than, but I just wanted to share that. The library is great. Most libraries have a children's section. The kids are able to go play, read books, there's story time and things like that. Great. Check, check, check. I'll tell you what I've done with Josiah, and then I'll offer more suggestions. Gymnastics. Gymnastics is where you go to be free. Gymnastics. Put them in gymnastics. Gymnastics, all that energy. It's like the park, obviously, but indoors, and there's some instruction. So gymnastics or dance class. There are often there's a book that I get from Josiah's school that is like full of family activities, and I always it's new every month. I'll see if I can get the name of it because there may be. I'll pick up one today Aaliyah, and I'll send it to you because there may be one in your city or your state. And so I go in that book and I look for what activities. There are things like this is a range of ages. You said toddler. There's like petting zoos, there are kid parties, there are exhibits in the city. Like our Union Station and our Crown Center have free exhibits where you just take your kids and they walk through. Like one of them is like a mock city, and so there's different stations, set up. A place like Wonderscope in Kansas City, which is like a children's museum, where they have cash registers and a store set up, and then they have, slides and climbing playground kind of things. It's indoors, and there's the outdoor section. Then they have water play in one area, then they have, like, a science creative area, space, craft, art. So, places like a children's museum, gymnastics, dance, believe it or not now this is Josiah who plays drums. I took Josiah to our city center, what's it called? Guitar Center with me because I needed to see if they could figure out his guitar that we had, and they and you can play on those instruments. So Josiah and the guy played on the drums and Josiah was jamming out. So if you think outside of the box, what are places that another one of our favorites have like outdoor, um, what's the thing where you toss the cornhole? So I eat, right? Go during happy hour. I get food. I mean, we eat, get food for Josiah too. You know, after he's done eating or before we get our food, he's playing cornhole, I'm playing cornhole with him, and one day there were kids there, and so there were older kids, and they were so sweet to Josiah. So that was an opportunity for him to play and to socialize. Getting with classmates, other homeschool moms or neighborhood moms and having play dates, at one another's homes if you're comfortable, or, you said put it in the park, but that's the place. So common. Um, Let me finish reading. Plan on oh, she has to be 4? There might be a place where she could do it before 4. I know, of a couple here in Kansas City, so maybe just look and ask around, 'cause usually dance, girl, they be ready to teach these babies how to dance. Yes. What city are you in again, Aaliyah? Josiah and Anastasia definitely need to be friends because Josiah's like, "Mommy dance, mommy sing." I'm like, Josiah, Josiah." Okay. And I do it, right? I do it anyway, but hopefully those are a couple of okay. Come on, Greenville. Alright, alright. We might slide through when we come visit family in Charleston, and do a little virtual meets reality play date in person. Um, what else? What are other ways? The zoo. We're going to the zoo in a little bit. A lot of times as I'm meeting friends and I'm meeting people, if they are moms and they have children who are Josiah's age, we are becoming friends. So or we're becoming associates and our kids become friends, whatever the case. So I would encourage you and you and you and you and you and you as parents, just think like, am I actively meeting people? And I know everybody's different. Maybe you don't, maybe it's no new friends for you. Maybe you don't need no new friends. But are you actively meeting people? And if you're meeting people, there is an opportunity for your children to meet people as well. Um, there's First Friday today, and First Friday is usually like I think of it as like adult stuff, but there's things for families in the city. So I think Josiah and I might, depending on the weather and how we feel, we might go outside today for First Friday and just enjoy the city. Again, there's so many free 99 exhibits, or we went yesterday and saw the train model trains and, like, the station where Legos were built. There's a Spider-Man exhibition that's there. There was a Curious George one about a year ago where this was free. Spider-Man wasn't free, but this was free. The other stuff was free. Um, there's a Barbie set up at our Union Station where kids can come, adults were there taking pictures. There's all kinds of Um, play indoor play places like children's music, amazing, kid concerts, so we went to Coco Melon last year, and I think those are opportunities, and me as a parent, I have to be open to say hello to people, so that there is an interaction because you can definitely do all these things and speak to no one, like, you absolutely can, if you got a child like Josiah, he's gonna speak on your behalf. But what I'm saying is just go with the intention and pray and ask God about it. Like, Lord, I want my baby to have some friends. I'm open to having some new people in my life. Um, what's cracking in my city? And Greenville's popping. So I feel like you definitely will be able to find some people. Now you got me thinking, so I'm gonna do some research, sis, and I'm sliding your DM with some answers. And that's what I do. It is time for me to go, time for me to get Josiah ready for school, but I've enjoyed this. If you enjoyed it, please let me know, either comment, um, tell me keep doing them. You can also be like, "Sis, stop, we're good." But I really want to be helpful, especially as we head back to school and making friends is important. Have a good day. Hey, how you doing, boo? We had a women's panel, mother panel yesterday, and I was so grateful to meet. Keep it going. Alright, Aaliyah, all I need is 1, so Imma keep it going, and 6:30 Central Standard Time seems like a good time frame, so we'll keep that going. Thank you for hopping on. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful, beautiful weekend. If you are interested, remember that I have the parent strategy sessions. things like what I'm doing on this live, we're able to talk through, go through, create a plan, but specifically a back to school plan during this. I want your child to be able to transition back to school with ease, and feel like they are set up for success, and a part of success is, are they making friends? Are they feeling good? Do they have a sense of belonging, right? It starts at home, but it carries over to school. So, hopefully this was, um I know it was helpful. I know this was helpful, and I hope that you apply this not only to your kids making friends, but you meet some more people and adults, and you getting comfortable going outside. Outside is open, so go outside and have fun. All right. Talk to you guys later.